Yes, ma'am. Very good morning. So just before starting of our class, just I will tell you introduction about whatever the batches we are going to conduct. Only direct taxation related now I will discuss. So already June 2026 related regular batch already done except two chapters. That means already this is a recorded batch only. Just for giving the information to the students, just I am telling first 5 minutes related to whatever the recorded classes we have. So this is an completely in this batch I written the handwritten notes. Okay, now whatever I am going to display, so that 400 or 500 pages completely I dictated the notes for this batch. So this is only the notes. If you observe that two chapters are pending, just 500 pages done. Okay, 500 pages done. So no need to worry about it. This is also, I think now you are receiving two books, concept book and workbook. This is also I will give it as an printed. It is under printing only. It will take some time because it is in the landscape pages. So that way it will take time. This is also you will receive as an handwritten. Sir, in this batch I given complete handwritten notes. Yes, sir. You can see how many questions we have in our workbook. You can check the index of the workbook and can you tell me question numbers? Workbook that is in green color akka. Index itself, total number of questions you will get at the end. 396. Can I write it as in 400? Will you accept it? Yes. 400 questions. Every question I discussed in the class only. Along with some other examples also 400 questions discussed. And whenever we have an past examination questions or MCQs, that all the things also discussed in this class. So how many hours of duration, sir? Around 180 hours of duration is there for this batch. If you want to learn everything in a slow manner, yes, and along with me, if you want to write it down the notes, you can purchase this batch without any thinking. Definitely I can suggest you to purchase this batch only. Okay, so some students are already purchased, not some, many students are already purchased. Okay, if I am saying the number, definitely that is not good now. Later I will disclose that number. Okay, so next now this batch, okay, this is a live batch. That means we have started first class now only. You can attend for this live also, but June 2026 as well as December 2026 students now can purchase this batch also, but I will tell you what are the differences, then you can decide. This is also regular batch, but now I don't want to write the handwritten notes here. Directly I will explain everything from the handwritten notes because we have a printed version of handwritten notes. So that's why I don't want to discuss anything. Directly, yes, directly we can discuss without writing the notes. Direct discussion without directly we can discuss the provision without handwritten notes. There is no handwritten notes. I will provide you, but I don't want to write it down everything now again. Already I know everything by way of writing the notes in the last batch itself. That's why directly I can discuss now. Next, one more. Here there is no difference. I will discuss the 400 questions also. Yes, whenever examples are required and including MCQs. Now, yes, sir, totally how many hours, sir? It is nothing but 130 hours only. Sir, which one you have to opt? Definitely the more detailed things you can expect in this batch only because we are writing everything. Sir, I am only explaining the same provision, same notes, but here directly we are discussing the provisions. That's why there is a differentiation. Both are regular only. The difference only handwritten content. So nothing but 500 pages. Definitely we can take 50 hours to write in the classroom itself. That is only the difference. There is no compromise in the explanation. There is no compromise in the questions discussion also. MCQs also. Everything is same. Now, sir, which one I want to purchase, sir? You can decide. You can decide. Differentiation between these two batches I explained. Based on that, you can decide which one is suitable. Next. So I think this is recorded, sir. Already all classes are uploaded, or nothing but within next 10 days I will upload everything. That is face-to-face batch. We have 2 chapters left. That also I will upload. So this syllabus will be completed May 15th. If you want to write it down, your examinations in June, you have to take care properly, because entire syllabus will be uploaded every day on daily basis. The total syllabus will be uploaded on May 15th. That may be 1 week late only, but before that I can't complete. Okay. I don't know how to complete the syllabus in a quick manner. That is only the big disadvantage from my side. Openly I am saying. So that's why if you want to purchase, yes sir, that 180 hours batch, yes you can purchase. Otherwise, okay sir, daily I will learn from you with the live batch, yes you can purchase this also. That is your wish. Next. No sir, I don't have that much of time sir. I am a repeater. Already 1 or 2 attempts given sir. Now, which batch you want to choose? For June, next December 2026, I am going to conduct the exam oriented batch. So nothing but some students already they felt it as an I know something sir. I don't want to waste my time. Just I want to refer whatever that important points are there or important questions are there. Yes, you can go with this. In this, I will discuss 70 hours sir. This is an EO batch in our shikharatutorials, but it is equal to all others regular batch. So I will discuss 70 hours sir, not old recording sir. I will record freshly. Yes, I will upload on daily basis. This syllabus I think we can complete definitely on March 16th sir, because there is a face-to-face session. I will upload on or before March 16th on daily basis, 6 to 16th. Yes sir. So these are only the batches are available with respect to the direct taxation. All the classes are available in our website. Do you know our website, Ra? If any spelling mistake is there, definitely you can let me know. Shikara? Okay, sorry. Tutorials.in. The prices I don't want to tell you. Already 20% discount is available. Yes, you can purchase. These are only the details. Now I want to tell you from side. Now we are in which batch? Ra? Middle one. Clear? Maybe you haven't doubts sir, why you are reducing the content sir. In earlier you have taken that batch nearly 6 months time, every day 3 hours. But now I will take only 130 hours. If you felt any difference in the content, you can ask me. The only the difference you can see now. These 500 pages handwritten, I written in the classroom itself while I am writing. The students also, they recorded everything in their notes. Now, no need to write anything, just listen. These notes definitely I will provide to you. This is under printing only. Okay, done? So these are only the batch details from my side. If you got clarity, then we can start our discussion. What is our paper number? I don't want to tell you subject names, how many marks you are required to get for aggregate. So how many marks you are required to get pass or fail. I don't want to tell you anything. I want to start discussion directly with the paper number 15. Many students are thinking that direct tax. No. I also promoted it as a direct tax only, but complete subject name is nothing but what, ma? Any idea? Complete subject name is direct tax laws and international taxation, 2 parts. Okay, anyhow I will also call always it as a direct taxation only, but remember direct tax laws. Can you tell me what is a direct tax laws? Now we are going to learn Income Tax Act 1961. And one more important information sir, you are releasing that all the batches for the June or December 26 sir. Please let me know which Income Tax Act 1961 is applicable. Remember, for our examinations, Income Tax Act 1961 only applicable. What is that? Income Tax Act 1961 only applicable for which items? June 2026 or December 2026. Whatever in intermediate level you learn the Income Tax Act 1961, the same will be applicable. So then what about June 27, December 27? So mostly we are going to learn the Income Tax Act 2025. That is direct tax code will applicable for the upcoming attempts, not for these attempts. Clear? So no need to worry about the new updates in our social media. Blindly you can follow Income Tax Act 1961 only for these two attempts. June 27 and December 27, maybe you are required to learn the new law. That means indirectly I can say if you are not qualified in these two attempts, you have to learn the new act and you have to take the coaching again for that. Yes sir, understood. So just a simple warning sir, the first whatever you are going to learn in everyday class, please revise it. Definitely you are going to clear these exams. Next. Direct tax laws means Income Tax Act 1961. International taxation. Now, sir, what is it weightage, sir? Two parts is there. Section A is direct tax laws. Section B is international taxation. If you open the institute study material also, they are going to divide the syllabus in two parts. The first one is in section A, section B. Sir, what is it weightage they given, sir? 60 plus or minus 10. That means we can expect from section A 70 also, 60 also, 50 also. Section B weightage 40 plus or minus 10, 40, 50, 30 also. And now, two parts is over. Okay. Remember, while preparing, while we are learning everything, there is no differentiation. But before examination, I will suggest you to read section B first. Why? In section B, we have 4 chapters only. Now, by heart the chapter's name, sir, definitely, by heart the chapter's name. Now I am writing transfer pricing. Maybe you listen these names, in casting, maybe you listen these names, but that is not correct. This is a nothing but in our taxation, we have in one chapter, transfer pricing. Second one, DTAA. What is that? DTAA, double tax avoidance agreement. Next one, GAAR. What is that? GAR, general anti-avoidance rules. Next we have one more chapter. Okay, advance ruling also I can classify in this way only. Next one, non-resident taxation. These two are combined chapters. Hardly we are going to learn this chapter. You can expect nearly 60 marks from these only. What are the chapters? No need to by heart. Just I said, okay, you can remember these names also. No need to by heart the chapter names. No provisions we can do. Yes, GAR, DTAA, transfer pricing, advance ruling, non-resident. All together you can get minimum 50 marks. Sir, okay, you said the most important is section B, sir. Most important is section B, sir. Can you start with the section B directly? I don't have that much of guts to start the section B directly because basics are very important. If you know the basics, then my efforts will be decreased at the time of explaining the advanced topics. Many are started directly this in order to attract those students, okay, but initially we can attract the students. Later on, after starting the questions, definitely everyone goes off from this batch. Remember, first basics are very important. If I am telling the basics, then easily you can understood everything in the advanced level topics. I don't want to start this directly. In middle, I will introduce these topics. Okay. Now, sir, okay, you know question paper very well, sir. Maybe in intermediate level, whatever the pattern is there, here also the same paper pattern. Okay, section A, MCQ. Question number 1. How many MCQs they are going to give? 15 MCQs, each one 2 marks, 30 marks. There is no negative marks. But sir, why you are discussing these things, sir? After completion of every attempt, first exam law, in CMA final law first exam, I think in enter also the same law. After that, I received 4 or 5 messages from the students. Sir, I forgot to bubble the answers of an MCQs in OMR, sir. I think in the old attempts, we have to write the answers also in the answer sheet. MCQs related answers also. Now trend is changed, I think 3 or 4 attempts back. Because of these only the many students are failing in the first exam itself. Remember, MCQ's answer we have to bubble in an OMR sheet. Okay, if your luck is nothing but in a worst manner, na, you know everything, but in exam with the tension you can write that answers in an answer sheet. How many marks we can lose? 30. Every attempt, our students also, other students also will message at least one message. If you have any doubt after completion of class, I will show the messages also. OMR, please remember that. Okay, next section B, descriptive part. How many questions they will give? 7. That means question number 1 already over in MCQs. That means question number 2 to question number 8. Every question containing how many marks? 14 marks. Many experts are saying, sir, 2 7-mark questions they will give in every question. That is false. That is false. 14-mark question. Any combination they can give. 7, 7. 6, 6, 2 also. 4, 4. Next 6 also. At any combination they can give these 14-mark questions. Mostly 7 plus 7. How many descriptive questions we have? 7 questions. Out of that 7 questions, you have to select any 5. Not in order, any 5 you can select. Sir, at the time of writing of an examination, 8A I know very well, sir. You can write 8A first. Then 4B I know very well, sir. You can write 4B also in exam. No need to follow in order. If any sub question you know properly, you can start that. Next you can jump to any other sub question also. There is no regulation like that. You have to write first 8th question completely, then after only you can jump to the 4th question. There is no rule in that exam. But you have to mention question number properly and question heading also you have to give properly. If the question is computation of tax liability of so and so SSA, give that heading properly, then they can understood which question you attempted in that order also. Understood? Now, sir, that means totally they are given a choice of taking the 2. In professional exams, in CMA only, mostly we have this liberty. In CA, I think one question only you can take it as choice, and question number 1 compulsory. Here also question number 1 compulsory. This is an advantage for us only. You know, in last minute of exam, you can do anything. But in descriptive, they given a chance of taking the 2 questions as a choice. Next, total question paper they are going to give for how many marks? 128 marks. This is compulsory. This is nothing but how many questions they given as a choice, etc. 28 marks. Totally how many marks question paper? 128 marks. But you have to write the. You have to write it for that what? 100 marks only. So these are all the things you know already. So duration average only I written, but exceeded I written first at the time of starting of the batch 160 hours, but it is closer to 180. Okay. Now 3 books we have to deliver. These 2 already done, sir. I think online students also know today they will get the tracking IDs also, but 100 books already dispatched. Today we are going to dispatch nearly 800 books. Okay, so this handwritten and MCQs we are going to dispatch within a week also. Next, so index, I don't want to talk anything about the index, right? Just I will read it out, just you have to see. These are all the chapters we have. How many? 30. So that's why we have a duration of 180 hours or 150 hours or 130 or whatever it may be. In exam oriented batch also I am going to take 70 hours. The reason nothing but we have a voluminous syllabus in direct taxation. I don't know how others are completing within a less time, maybe their skill only, but after examination students will know about their skill. Now, first basic concepts. Just I will tell you, you can open CMA final study material index. What is that? Study material, CMA final, whatever the study material, if you have, you can open that index. Study material, not our material. ICMI will going to give the after registration one study material, you can open. There is no basic concepts in your CMA final. But if I am not discussing these basic concepts, you will know, you will not remember, you don't know anything in that intermediate level. Tax rates you forget, surcharge rates you forget. What is a rebate also? you know, but how much amount of rebate, these are all the things. Definitely after completion of inter, maybe you are struggling with the group 2, or maybe you are struggling with an articleship, everything you forgot. Now I will recover everything from this chapter. So now just I framed this basic concepts chapter in order to create the base for the students. This will be copied by every person. If you observe that my material, this is nothing but I think 2021 onwards I have an same basic concepts, whatever that amendments I incorporated. How this basic concept chapter also the same in that other materials also, I don't know till now. Now basic concepts, sir, how many marks we can expect? Any idea? 1 MCQ, that's enough. Only 1 MCQ. Sir, I don't want to attend for this, sir. Directly I will come for another chapter. Don't come, bro. You will not understood anything without basic concepts. Next, return of income. In intermediate level, it is in last chapters, I think, after advanced tax and interest, TDS, they will tell you something about the return of income. I think within 2 hours or 3 hours, they ended up the discussion, because that is most unimportant chapter in inter and in final also. Okay, sir, if they are given, maybe you can expect 4 mark question or 1 MCQ only, but it isn't base. Now I will tell you, I'm going in an advanced manner only. If you are not understood anything also, ignore. Just I'm explaining the overall chapters now. I'm not at all started any discussion, introduction session only. Okay, now, so I think Mr. A is there. He earns some income. He calculated his total income. He calculated his tax liability also. So now he is required to pay the tax to the department. In department, if any person is there, that person now we can call it as an assessing officer, one designation in the income tax department. Sir, how we are going to pay the tax, sir? Orally or written, sir? Written in one statement. That statement only known as what? Return of income. You know already. So if I having the 5 heads of income, I will total it. I will get gross total income. From that, if I am removing the chapter 6A deduction, I will get net total income. On that, I calculated tax liability. Now I file the return. Now in my case, my income, that means in return of income, I disclosed the income 30 lakh. So just tax randomly I am given the, for example purpose. Don't ask, sir, how you got 5 lakh tax. Just example I given tax, I paid how much? 5 lakh. So whatever I filed in the return of income, will department will accept blindly? No. So from SSC point of view, I will discuss the return of income chapter. How many types of returns are there? What are the due dates of filing of return of income? At the time of filing of return of income, who required to sign? Yes, these are all the things I will discuss now. And in CMA final, we have an additional discussion, ITR forms also. ITR forms, ITR 1, ITR 2, ITR 3, in your ITR filing session times, you listen these things. We are going to discuss everything in this chapter, return of income. Which ITR form will be used by the which type of SSCs also will discuss in this chapter. So just I am telling you introduction of the chapter, what are the contents we are going to learn in the chapter now. So now, sir, EAO name I given, sir. Now you remembered income tax department, one designation. AO superiors also there, AO subordinate authorities also there. Just I will tell you, above AO we have an CIT. CIT means Commissioner of Income Tax. Okay, who is that? Commissioner of Income Tax. Below AO also we have an just yes sir, ITO or Inspector of Income Tax. Okay, Inspector of Income Tax. Just in order to remember these names I have given. Sir, AO subordinate is nothing but whom? Inspector of Income Tax. AO ordinate is whom? CIT. Sir, how can I know, sir, who is an subordinate authority, who is an superior authority? That is only our next chapter, income tax authorities. What is the chapter? Income tax authorities. In income tax, which authorities are there? Who is a subordinate? Who is an ordinate? These are all the things we are going to learn in this chapter. What is the expected weightage? Big zero. Sir, why big zero, sir? But you are telling me as in third chapter. If I am telling this chapter, in other chapters, no need to by heart the authorities. Example, AO wants to do one work. Now, if AO wants to do one work, from which authority he required to take a permission? CIT. If you know this income tax authorities chapter, no need to by heart the permissions from which authorities. Otherwise, every chapter you have to write the synopsis regarding the which permission we have to take and which authority directions we can give. AO wants to delegate one work to others. To which authorities he can delegate the work? Inspector of income tax. Can he delegate the work to CIT? No. So that's why this chapter is very important. If you know this chapter, the by-hearting points will reduce nearly 90%. In taxation, the many students are by-hearting. These are all the authorities. But we will by-heart everything in this chapter. Which authority is in first, next, and the hierarchies of income tax authorities will discuss. Now, basic question. First and foremost authorities with respect to direct tax laws. Who is that? Chocolate and then who is in first and foremost income tax authorities in India? Anna? CBDT, Central Board of Direct Taxes. Then after every authority will start. That means overall income tax authorities review will be done by whom? CBDT. Understood? Now, how much you paid tax? 5 lakh. How much income you disclosed in your return of income? Now, these are all the things are correct or incorrect is required to be verified by whom? Income tax authorities, the mainly assessing officer. Assessment means the verification. So whatever you filed, whether it is correct or incorrect, that required to be verified by whom? Assessing officer. Okay, now he completed the assessment. Sir, what are the types of assessment procedures are there? That only will discuss in the fourth chapter, assessment procedures. Sir, detailed assessment, just review, income escapement assessment. I think 5 or 6 types of assessments are there. I will tell you each and everything in detailed manner. Okay, next one. You know, in many movies, if any undisclosed assets or undisclosed income is there in the hands of SSE, first income tax department will do what? Search. After search, if any asset is founded, what we can do? Seizure. What is a search procedure? What is a seizure procedure? I will discuss in this chapter. What is a search procedure? What is a seizure procedure? Completely I will discuss in a practical manner in that chapter. No need to by heart this chapter. Mostly I will take nearly 10 hours for this chapter. Not for explaining that entire dramas. Important, and amendment is also there. Okay. Survey. Search, seizure is combined topics. After search, what we are going to do? Seizure. Survey is nothing but information seeking purposes. Department will conduct survey. So now income tax department easily can enter into our institute premises. They can check our receipts as well as the payment details and how many students are there. Whatever we reported to these authorities, that all the things are correct or incorrect. For checking the information purposes, they can do survey. Sir, many are thinking that search and survey is one and the same. Can you tell me? No. The search and the seizure is different. Survey is different. Survey for what purpose they will conduct? Information seeking purposes. Whatever that information we are disclosing to the income tax authorities, whether that is correct or incorrect. Sir, I am saying I don't have any number of students in a face-to-face manner. For that information verification purpose, they will come and check on our records also. Understood? No. These 2 chapters, yes sir, very important. Without these chapters, you can't understood the international taxation topics. many are learning the tax subject, direct tax subject, they are going to qualify also, but only the differentiation, interconnectivity of the concept they don't know. Many are doesn't know first return of income we are going to learn. Then after you are filing the return of income, which procedure will start? Assessment procedures. Now return of income will discuss from whose point of view? SSC. Assessing officer point of view we are going to learn these chapters. Now, assessment done. Now, assessing officer determined your income as an 40 lakh. You declared only 30, but he verified that return and he given your income as an how much 40 lakh. Now tax will increase or decrease? Increase. How much? Just a random number. Okay, 7.5 lakh. Random number. How you got this tax liability? If you ask the doubt, not definitely I will block your number forever. Okay. Next, can you tell me? Now department will pass the assessment order. What is that order name? After completion of an assessment, they will send an order. In this order, they will give the demand notice. What is the notice? Demand notice. Can you tell me how much demand notice they will issue? 2.5 lakh. We are demanding excess tax you are required to pay. Already you paid how much? 5 lakh. But you are required to pay excess how much 2.5 lakh. The demand notice they will send. Understood? Now remember, I filed income tax return. After assessment procedures done, they given an assessment order. Why we increased this income? How we calculated this tax? All the things detailedly they will send in this order. Along with this order, they will ask how much amount of excess. In this example, 2.5 lakh. Main important MCQ. If any demand notice is issued, within how many days SSC required to pay to the department? 30 days. How many days? 30 days. Again I am asking, within how many days you are required to pay the demand dues? Within 30 days. As of now, understood, or again I want to close this discussion, I will go to that basic concept. Understood first of all? If anyone is not understood also, don't worry. Again I will tell you in each and every chapter this introduction. Okay, now, to be honest, we discussed up to now, right? What is the importance of income tax authorities chapter? We can know about who is an superior and who is an subordinate and who is an first and foremost income tax authorities and what are their powers also, duties also we can discuss on that chapter. Next, assessment procedure, search survey also done. Now, Mr. A is a very perfect person. He filed everything correct. He paid tax also correct. But department officials only taken the wrong information for completing the assessment. Now they are asking excess tax, how he can pay? And again you said the demand notice requirement you have to fulfill within how many days? 30 days. Now our SSC will not agree for the payment of the demand notice terms. Whatever you said, how can I pay? If you have any personal grudge, can you issue this type of assessment orders? Yes, definitely. No, I don't want to pay. I want to appeal to the appellate authorities because both of the parties having the dispute. Now, department is given the chance to file the appeals. How to make an appeals? If you are disagreeing with the assessment orders, how to make an appeals? Yes, Naura, just okay, in flow we can discuss. Appellate authorities are Joint Commissioner of Income Tax Appeals. Next one, Commissioner of Income Tax Appeals. Next we have an ITAT. Next we have an High Court. Next we have an Supreme Court. How many appellate authorities are there? 4. how to make an appeal before each and every authority, how to file, within how many days, what are the documents we have to submit for making an appeals, what is the fees we are required to pay to these authorities, after how many years they are going to give the order. These are all the things we'll discuss in this chapter. Appeals, revision, rectification, settlement commission. Settlement means how we can settle our disputes. Just all are interconnected or not? Now I don't want to tell you anything about these chapters. You can imagine something, automatically you will get an idea. Can I directly explain appeals chapter without return of income, without assessment procedure? Can I start directly appeals? But appeals chapter is 8 marks weightage or 7 plus 2, 9 marks weightage. Can I start directly this? No. So that's why I said everything we have to learn in order. Without my help also in exam you can write very well. Many students, I can say proudly, day before exam also they don't want to felt any tension because they are following the regular or EO in order. Automatically they can understood if they are framing any new question also. Some students will not understood from which chapter they are asked a question also. We can't do anything with that students. If you know from which chapter they given a question, if you identified in the examination center, definitely you will get 50 marks. No. Sir, these appellate authorities also will given an order. Yes sir. No sir, Mr. A, you are required to pay 7.5 lakh tax. That means appellate authorities also given an order against to whom? Mr. A. Maybe they can give the order in favor of whom? Mr. A. Okay. In our example, these appellate authorities, which authorities? Please listen and tell me. Appellate authorities. These appellate authorities also given the order against to Mr. A. Now, what is the tax liability he has to pay? 2.5 lakh. Now, department first required to collect how much amount? 2.5 lakh. Sir, after appeals only, finally we can collect. Without appeals, can I ask 2.5 lakh from him? No. There is a chance of making appeal with the appellate authorities. After appellate authorities order only, yes, department will collect how much amount here? 2.5 lakh. The first collection. Example, in our general terms, first I want to collect the fees from you. Okay. Definitely you are going to pay properly. Any one or two persons is not paying, then I have to recover. I have to what? Recover. Simply, I don't want to allow you to that classroom until the clearance of the payment of fees. That is an next recovery. Why you are thinking always collection recovery? If any excess tax he paid, suppose he paid 15 lakh. Now how much I need to refund? 7.5 lakh. Because he paid 15 lakh tax, but how much he has to pay? 7.5. Some other cases there is a refund also. Our salaried employees are getting the refunds also now. Yes, understood. Now tell me, up to now these are all are connected chapters or not? Now with the closing of your eyes also you can tell me these chapter names easily. Basic concepts, returns, income tax authorities, then after assessment procedures, search, seizure, appeals, then after collection, recovery, refund. I can challenge to any faculty also, if they are created the linkage of these chapters and collection and recovery chapter always 0 weightage. But I don't want to leave that chapter. In articles or after clearance of final exam, in any attempt you are going to clear definitely. That is first or second, that is depends upon you only. Definitely that is depends upon you only. If you are putting your efforts without thinking of output, definitely you are going to clear. One student, I think in the last batch, 7th, okay, I don't know she taken which subject also. I don't know because, okay, in this campus she will attend group 3 one subject, group 4 one subject. In that batch also she attended another subject. Okay, she paid fees, but always I think wherever I am taking the class, she will attend. Wherever E. Srinivas are taking the class, whether it is EO or regular, I don't know which batch she attended also. Okay, Along with us only, she is also, okay, we are traveling through that campus through the bike or car. She will just by way of road only, she reach to that campus with half an hour or 15 minutes late only to every class. Because we are allowing, I know, from morning onwards, she is doing that work only. After completion of exams, we and East Universe are also discussed about that student. We don't have any confidence on that student simply because which subject she attended also we don't know. We don't know means nothing but some days DT, some days IDT, some days CFR, some days SFM, but she planned everything in a proper manner. Which chapter she wants to listen, she listened clearly. Which is chapter she want to listen in the EVO, she planned everything, both groups clear. Just June she joined, December till every day she attended. I don't know which batch also, you can ask with her in that felicitation ceremony how she managed also, you can talk with him, name Shravanti. Okay, so that's why she is not at all thinking about the output. She every day morning to evening ఓకే నాకే పాపం అనిపిస్తుంది ఫేస్ చూడడానికి, అటు తిరిగి ఇటు తిరిగి పిచ్చి దానిలా తిరుగుతూ ఉంటుంది. ఓకే నెక్స్ట్, బట్ end of the day result positive, and her sister also qualified group 3. Now done up to now. How many chapters introduction done? 7. Now in our Income Tax Act 1961, you know something before itself, but again I want to explain this thing. For our exams, what is that examination term? June 26 or December 2026, right? Paka. If anyone who is going to write June 27, okay, ignore about direct taxation. Remaining subjects you can listen. Okay, ignore about direct taxation. If you paid fees also, I don't want to give the refund, but I will provide the June 27 classes. Okay, now. In Income Tax Act 1961, years means always financial years, not calendar years. Which years? Financial year. Now, just I will tell you one year, 25, 26. Can you tell me starting day and ending date? 1/4/2025 to 31st March 2026. Then immediately next year, what is that 26, 27. Starting day and ending day, 1st April 2026 to 31st March 2027, right? Okay. Whatever income we earned during that year is called as which year? Previous year. Now from that first day of this year to last day of the year, we are earning some incomes. That incomes means salary, business income, capital gains, interest incomes, anything also. That income earning year is called as what? Previous year. For our examination, what is that previous year? 25, 26. Okay. These are all our forwarded discussions. But now I am discussing everything. Just listen. Easily you can understand. You are in final level first. Now, listen. If any income earned during that financial year only known as what? Previous year. Okay. The biggest thing, many students does not at all knowing this point. Yes, that's why I clearly explain. Sir, in this year you earn the income, sir. On the last day of the previous year, if you paid the tax, then everything is cleared in the year itself, right? How can I close my books on the last day? How can I calculate the tax on the last day? How can I file the return of income on the last day? Impossible. Everything I can know at the end of this date only. That's why the department is saying that impossible to pay the tax in the previous year itself. So that's why you can take another 2 months or 3 months time to finalize the things and you can make the payment. So that's why you are required to pay the tax in this previous year or immediately next year. Immediately next year. That immediately next year is only known as what? Assessment year. Assessment means nothing but what? Verification, computing. Just we are computing everything in the next year. That's why that year is known as what? Assessment year. Yes, that is nothing but you are required to pay the tax in the which year? One financial year. That year is called as what? Assessment year. Simply, I can say immediately next year to the previous year is called as assessment year. Now, sir, this is definitely advantageous to whom? Yes, see. Why I will tell you. First day of the previous year, I earned 1 crore income. But on that 1 crore income, I am paying the tax in this year by way of filing the what? Return of income. There is a huge time gap between the income earning and payment of tax. Nearly more than 1 year. More than how many years? 1 year is there in this example. Because of this time gap between the income and the payment of tax. Income and the payment of tax. Can you tell me? Income and the payment of tax. Who have a disadvantage? Department. If anything is disadvantage to the department, they will not sleep for even 1 second also. So that's why, sir, ultimately please calculate the tax and pay final tax in assessment year only. But you are earning the income in the previous year. In order to compensate the time gap, please pay the tax in the 2 methods. One is advance tax. Second one, TDS and TCS. These 2 types of taxes we are indirectly paying in which year? Previous year. Department is also satisfied. Can you tell me why these 2 types of taxes are introduced? In order to remove the time gap between the income and payment of taxes. Sir, if you are not paid properly, if you are not paid advance tax properly, you have to pay what? Interest. That is only our next chapter, advance tax and what? Interest. Next last chapter, TDS and TCS. Understood? What is that pointer? In order to remove the time gap between the payment of tax and the income and in order to remove the time gap between the income and the payment of taxes, what we are required to do? We have to pay the taxes in 2 ways that is introduced by the department. One is an TDS, TCS, advance tax. Understood? Now, next. Now, one new type of filing of return of income is there. What is that? Updated return. Generally, if you are not filed the return in an assessment year, don't worry. You haven't filed to, you haven't chance to file the return even after assessment year also. The type of return is called as updated return. To be honest, I want to discuss this updated return in the return of income chapter itself. It isn't one type of return. But in order to understand this updated return, all these chapters knowledge is required. That's why we can discuss updated return as a separate chapter. So, if you are observing the study material also in return of income, one part is updated return. But I don't want to discuss along with the return of income. While filing the updated return, we have to understand every topic. While filing the updated return, we have to understand everything. That's why we'll discuss as a separate. First to 9 chapters are there. I will call these chapters as an assessment part. Because everything is related to return filing. Everything is related to assessment. That's why there is an assessment part. How many marks we can expect, sir? Okay. You can calculate. Anyone bring the calculator for this class? Or 2 or 3? Okay. No problem. Tomorrow onwards, you can bring your calculators also. We can't use now. But once we started advance tax and interest, definitely we can use the calculator. Now, you can expected marks totally you can calculate 2 marks. Okay, 0 to 4, 0, 4, yes sir, okay, 0 to 4, definitely 7, 0, 7, 0. That means 2 7 mark questions definitely you can attempt if you know first 9 chapters. 2 7 mark means one question easily you can attempt. And many experts are saying 2A, 2B, 3A, 3B from which chapter. It will not work out. Again I am saying, it is not an intermediate paper or 10th paper. You can't predict from which chapter, which question they are going to give. Many are saying this paper pattern and blindly you are following that paper pattern analysis. That will not work out. 2 years are PGBP, 3 years are non-resident. It will not work out. Again I am saying, learn everything. Okay, if they are given in an 8th question also, you have to write. If MCQs entirely, if they are shifted to 8th question also, you have to attempt MCQs. Okay, remember there is no fixed classification for the chapter. Trust chapter is there from I think 2015-16 papers. Always trust chapter MCQ only 0, 0, 0 for every attempt. In the last December 25, 2A 7 marks trust chapter. How many marks? 2A 7. CA final, very important chapter, trust, pakka 7 mark. I predicted this and I given the trust chapter in YouTube. Many, all faculties also commenting trust will not come, trust will not come, trust will not come, but trust came. For 2 years you can verify that also. Now in December 25, after that we have to analyze. First we want to read everything. Day before exam you can do dance with the revision. First if you know contents, then you can revise whatever you want before exam. If you are listen only selected chapters, you can't play game before exam, even in exam also. Just 90% of students deleted here. Only 10% of students are attended this trust chapter question. Easily this 10% of the students will get the better impression and they will get better marks. Understood? Now, so marks are anything also, I don't want to tell you now because you can delete any chapter. That's why I don't want to give it. Next, business restructuring and reconstruction. Amalgamation done. Demerger, partnership firm converted into company, sole proprietorship firm converted into company, company converted into LLP. These are all our business restructuring and reconstructions. Yes, now I am giving these. What are that? Amalgamation. What is that? Amalgamation. Next one, demerger. Okay. Sole proprietorship firm converted into company, partnership firm converted into company. Sir, company converted into LLP. Don't write whatever you want. Okay, sir, conversions are HUF converted into individual. Don't write it on whatever you want. These are only that approved business restructurings. Yes. Now, accounting treatment in CFR, you know, business combinations, maybe amalgamation, demerger things, you know. Now we can discuss the tax treatment. In which chapter? Business restructuring and reconstruction. No one can tell this chapter in a better way. Yes, for dictating this chapter to students, the many faculties will purchase our class, or directly they are taking access also from our website only for delivering the lecture for this topic. It is not at all easy thing, but for us it is very easy. You can understood this. Yes, I will start I think 6th or 7th chapter. It is very easy. Now in your intermediate capital gain chapter, we have one concept of slum sale. Do you remember? Okay, if you don't know, okay, this is also will be forming part of this chapter only. Sir, in order to know this chapter, definitely we need a strong basic knowledge regarding the capital gains. Do you have? In intermediate level, we have one chapter, one head of income capital gain. Do you know? The chapter knowledge is required, sir. That's why I will tell you capital gain chapter also. I know very well the capital gain chapter. Okay. So that's why I will tell you capital gain chapter, simply both are correlated ones. Entire capital gains do you want to teach, sir? No, 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 no. Only with respect to the CMA final limited version I will discuss. What is that version? Limited version. That means I don't want to discuss entire capital gain because we don't have anything in our syllabus. Capital gains required to use for the business restructuring. Simply, this is a capital gain chapter only. What is the chapter? Capital gain. For that purpose, I am going to release that which one? Limited version. Whatever we are going to learn, that is only I will give it in a handwritten content. Okay, what is that word? Limited version. Now they are using, many others also using the limited version. How they will know the limited version? If I am analyzing the paper, simply they are copying. I am not at all specifying the faculty's names, but I want to roast in this class itself directly. Now, next, newly one chapter introduced in our CMA final studies, tax audit. Okay, now I want to roast the CMA students only directly. Can you tell me the tax audit attestation required to be given by whom? CA holding COP. Now we are fighting for the tax audit attestation or tax audit power. We don't have. In future maybe we can get. We can't say. Okay, we can't say. But in future maybe we can get. But that is nothing but required to be done by the student community or nothing but organizing committee only required to fight. Now, before I think December 25, we don't have tax audit chapter, but we want to attest the tax audits. Will it be correct? In CA final tax, direct tax, we have in one chapter separately tax audit. How to file the tax audit, how to file the tax audit forms, what are the works we have to do. All the details they are given in a separate chapter in CA final. But we are fighting for tax audit. That's why they introduced the tax audit chapter in our CMA final also. First time they introduced this chapter in our December 25 exams, but they are not given any marks, 0 marks only. 0 marks means next attempt students will study or will not study, will not study, but they want tax audit, remember. That's why definitely they will give 7 mark question in further attempts also. So what is the chapter? Tax audit. You know PCBP, definitely important. If you know PCBP only, then you can understood the assessment of various entities. Can you tell me various entities means what? Individual, HUF, AOP, BOI, AJP, company, mutual associations, etc. Every entity assessment, how to calculate total income. In intermediate, we know total income of individual HUF only. Who's the individual HUF? HUF also we don't know. Individual total income only we know in intermediate level. Here we are going to discuss the total income of every SSA. PCBP and assessment of various entities combinedly we have to learn. In between that, for MCQ purposes, we can discuss income from other sources. Now again I am repeating, this is in capital gain chapter. Next, PCBP, capital gain, income from other sources, heads of income. Capital gain for which chapter? Business restructuring chapter. Tax audit and PCBP combined only because tax audit section number is what? 44AB. That is nothing but in PCBP only. Next, income from other sources, MCQ purposes. Assessment of various entities means mainly company total income questions. Company total income. We want to target now in final level company total income. Now one of the entity is charitable trust or religious trust. But already this chapter is voluminous. But I don't want to discuss trust also in this chapter. So that's why separately I will discuss trust chapter. It is one of the entity. But I want to discuss it as a separately, how to compute the total income of trust, trust registration process, and the trust, how they are required to satisfy the conditions. All the things we'll discuss separately. Up to now understood? All of you please tell me now, up to now understood? Yes, sir. These are the chapters. Yes, 3 heads of income we'll discuss. Tax audit is newly added. Capital gains for which purpose? Business restructuring. Income from other sources only for MCQ purpose. And assessment of various entities nothing but company assessment. Trust one of the various entities separately we'll discuss because they are going to give the separate weightage also for that chapter. Now, I will show you one question. Okay, I will show you one or two questions from the past examination. You don't know everything. Anything you don't know. But I want to show you. Just please make any comment. Okay? నిద్రపోతున్నారు. ఓకే, అరే దిస్ ఇస్ అన్ CMA ఫైనల్ డైరెక్ట్ టాక్సేషన్ క్వశ్చన్ పేపర్ రా. ఓకే, ఐ థింక్ June 24. June 24. మాకు ప్లీజ్ రీడ్ దిస్ క్వశ్చన్ రా. I think somewhere we solved this type of questions ra in intermediate level itself. Please read and tell me ra. Equity, ayyo, debentures, loan, return on capital, income tax rate, expected rate of return before tax. I think it is EBIT. Where ra? FM. Intermediate tax syllabus, okay, we can learn somehow for final tax ra. But they are asking FM also. Expansion of business. 3 options are there. Which option we want to select? Now, some days our FM faculty also will take class in direct taxation. I will take tour of Chennai, exam oriented batch. Now, E. Srinivas sir or Naveen sir will take the FM syllabus now. 7 marks ra. Okay, now can I open few more ra? Just can I open few more? Okay, ma MQP I will open ra. Okay, MQP I will open. MQP means nothing but what ma? Model question papers. December 24 final paper. Okay, randomly question and answers will be there. I will open questions. I don't want to open answers because I am not at all explaining anything in this. Just I want to show you the question. One question you observe what, right? FM question. Okay, directly we want to learn everything in a capital structure. Second, this is also the same FM question, finance minister question. Okay, sorry, I think this June 25 I will open. Sorry, that means every attempt or every MQP we are getting FM question. This is also MQP. Okay, this is also what ma MQP. Are please read the 3B. Again 3B only. In last also we discussed 3B as an what FM question. Here also 3B. Okay. Please read that question. I think they given PVIF factors, time value of money, capital budgeting, lease or buy decision. I want to purchase one machinery. I have an own funds and or lease. Which one is better? I think we have to calculate the total present value of cash outflows and we need to make a decision. That means capital budgeting question, or in CMA final SFM leasing decision question, the same question. Okay, what we can do, our syllabus is voluminous. I can accept it. Before only I given that everything means E. Srinivas sir also will take the DT remuneration because he has to teach. These are all points. Okay, I think this is in June 25 attempt MQP, right? Our students sent to other faculty, not faculty. Sir, we got this question, sir, 3B. I think this is an lease or buy decision. Which one is better? I want to purchase machinery, buy or lease. Which one is better from the organizational decision point of view? Simply he said, Ari, it is an SFM question wrongly copied into DT paper. Ignore this. It is your study material question in tax planning chapter. Tax planning. Now you are doing the planning, leasing versus buy. As a tax manager, you have to decide this aspect. Yes, we are discussing FM question. They are given the 3 capital structure option. You have to decide which capital structure is better for your entity. This is in which chapter? Tax planning chapter. What is that weightage? Can you expect this chapter? 14 marks. 14 marks, the fixed weightage. I think we have 2 regimes of payment of tax. Do you know? One is a default tax regime, another one optional. Which one is default? 115 BAC is default. Now, I have a business income, salary income, professional income. These are all incomes I have. But I want to pay the tax in which regime? I don't know. I have a confusion. Please suggest me. That is only tax planning. Now, can you say this question as an FM question? If you say, definitely I will give the simply termination from this batch now onwards. It is which chapter question? Tax planning. Every attempt you will get this question without any basic idea about the subject. Faculties are saying FM paper, FM question. Some experts are saying please learn capital structure chapter. Written on capital, KE, KO. I think we have an formulas also. I don't know. Big formulas also there. That is nothing but no need to learn everything. Believe me. Okay, I done very in-depth analysis about the paper. This is a tax planning chapter. In our index, yes, already we have a tax planning. This is only the main agenda of this chapter. As automatically we have a few more also. Definitions only we have. But main chapter tax planning questions also we have. Just open workbook index. Can you tell me how many questions we have in tax planning? My workbook index you can open. Every question, I think whatever questions I showed on the screen, you can open in this chapter, you will get everything. I will tell you the lease or buy decisions also, how to calculate PVIF factors also, everything I will tell you in that class. I don't want to skip, refer SFM class, refer FM class. I don't want to tell you. But okay, if there are 3 or 4 questions, I will solve only 2, remaining 2 you can do on your own, the same question. If any change is there, the change I will tell you. Okay, but believe me, these are all the things carefully drafted. If any mistakes are there also, I will tell you or I will inform within the class. I am not at all identified any mistake from this version. Okay. You can see from first page to last page, this material is in the same format only. There is no alignment issues also. There is no anything. For every page, it will take nearly 6 months to draft. So why you are releasing in a free manner, sir? Soft copies are already released. The reason we are unable to dispatch the books on time. You don't know how many copies are. You can visit after the break, just the 3rd floor. How many books are there dispatching also. If I am ordering 500 copies, just within 3 days, the 500 orders will be done. Okay, next order if I place, that will be reached to our campus within 15 days. These 15 days, students are continuously messaging only. So that's why, okay, if I released also, one more reason is there, my plan is different. If I am releasing soft copies, students will order more and more. Many are thinking if we released, no one will purchase. That is a different. If I am releasing, they will purchase more. Because then only they can understood, okay, if physical copy, colored copy is there, then we can read better. They can felt by using this soft copy, they can felt, okay, if I ordered something from that website, I will get hard copies of color, then we can read very well. That's why they are ordering the. Now we can back to our discussion. What is that part? Tax avoidance is important. If tax avoidance is done by the SSCs, we want to prevent it or we want to encourage it? Prevent. Tax planning we can encourage, no problem. But if any tax avoidance is there, department needs to prevent this tax avoidance. That's why they given GAR, general, pronounce along with me, general anti-avoidance rules. If you are doing avoidance, anti-avoidance rules, by using this GAR chapter, we can prevent the what? Tax avoidance. That's why these two concepts are what? Interlinked. No one can know about this. Remember, these two things are what? Interlinked. If any tax avoidance is there, we want to prevent the tax avoidance by using these rules. That rules is only called as general anti-avoidance rules. Done? Yes. Next, equalization levy. Happy news for all of you. It is similar to TDS only. Removed from applicability. Removed from what? Applicability, sir. I will tell you what is an equalization levy. But I will tell you at the end of the discussion, this is removed. No need to read. Sir, if removed means why you are introduced, sir? Because in earlier papers or anything, if you listen this word of equalization levy, you may get confusion. That's why I will tell you what is that within 10 minutes. And at the end of the chapter, I will put a note, equalization levy concept is removed. It is similar to which concept? TDS and the TCS concepts only. I think at the end of the index, at the end of the index I given also, with effect from 1/4/2025, equalization concept is not applicable, that is abolished. But index I given, but understood? Now, others are releasing this chapter also, they are telling this concept also, but not at all applicable, they will not give. They will not at all give. Okay. Next, next, liabilities in special cases. Special case. Okay. In some cases, if I am unable to pay the tax, on behalf of me, other person will pay the tax. That is only representative SSC. I am a non-resident. On behalf of me, agent will pay the tax. Who will pay tax? Agent. Legal representative, authorized representative, representative SSC, agent, and one more. We have a tonnage taxation. Whatever the presumptive taxation provisions are there in PCBP, like that for shipping companies, we have one scheme, tonnage taxation. And can I pay whatever amount of cash to others? No, there is a restriction. Can I receive whatever amount of cash from others? Cash, liquid cash? No. That all the things I will tell you in this chapter. Special cases. Most unimportant, but now we have an amendments, that's why it is important only. Okay. But listen, tax avoidance and this chapter is always we can read with the GAR. Equalization levy, removed. Cash restrictions, representative SSC, agent concept, these are all the things we can discuss. Now, if I am asking the direct tax laws example, many will say the Income Tax Act 1961. What is that? Income Tax Act 1961. We know only one example for direct tax. That is false. We have one more direct tax laws is there. That is an Black Money Act. What is that? Black Money Act 2015. Sir, what is the difference, sir? Remember, if any undisclosed income is there in India, what is that? Undisclosed income if there in India, then that tax also we can collect by using Income Tax Act 1961 only. If any undisclosed income, is in outside India, then we have to apply Black Money Act. This is only the difference. In India, if any undisclosed income is there, which act we have to apply? Income Tax Act 1961. If any undisclosed income located outside India is there, which act we have to apply? Black Money Act. Entire Black Money Act we can discuss in this chapter. Weightage 4 to 7 mark. Black Money Act. Next one, Dispute Resolution Committee. If department and income tax, department and SSE, if any dispute is there, who can resolve the dispute? DTA era. Some cases SSE will pay the tax in a double. That means one country already he pay tax. Now in India also he is paying the tax on same income. That is which tax? Double tax. Shall I remove the double taxation impact? Definitely, that is very important. On one income, how they will pay the two types of taxes. So that's why double taxation avoidance agreement important. International, whatever the whatever the yellow color is there, international taxation topics. What is it? International taxation topics. Again, I am telling to you, what is that chapter? DTAA. Some of the SSEs are required to pay the tax in two countries. That is not correct. We want to give the relief to that persons by using this chapter. How to provide the relief, all the things, very important. 14 marks chapter. You can see index. How many questions we given? DTAA, just 23. Okay, next. Non-resident. You know, residential status intermediate, entire topic I will tell you how to classify one person as a non-resident, and non-resident how they will pay the tax in India. That entirely detailedly I will tell you. Advance ruling, the ruling, that means the decision from department I want to take in an advance manner. Sir, I am a non-resident. I want to invest amount in India. Before investing itself, I want to know the tax consequences. I am not at all invested till now. I want to invest. If I am invested in shares of Indian companies, I will receive dividend amount. If I am invested in the debentures, I will get interest. What is the tax rate? I want to know first of all, because I am not a resident of India, I am a resident of USA. I want to know the ruling in advance. That means as a non-resident, I need to apply for the advance ruling authority. How to apply? What is the time limit? What is the fees? How they will give the order? All the things we'll discuss in this chapter. One chapter is very important, very important. How many marks weightage? 30 marks. It is your deciding chapter. 30 marks. 4 MCQs, 3 descriptive questions. 4 MCQs, 8 marks, 3 descriptive question. The most easiest chapter for us, transfer pricing. Understood? Amma, if any one of the above chapters related provision, if you are not followed, you have to pay penalty. Penalty means nothing but by using amount you have to pay. Prosecution, directly imprisonment. What is that penalty? What is a prosecution? The biggest chapter, and you have to remember many provision. Directly you can get 1 or 2 MCQs, but I will tell you 10 section numbers. From the 10 section numbers you will get the question. MCQ also. Next, ICDS, full form, Income Computation Disclosure Standards. We have an accounting standards for maintenance of books of accounts. Income Computation Disclosure. These standards will be used for which purpose? Not for maintenance of records. For income computation purpose, we have to maintain these standards. How many ICDS are there? 10. How many are? 10. And if you open the concept book, please open. Please open. Now, we can open. ICDS chapter, at the end I given. This is only ICDS chapter presentation. First introduction. Next, what is that? ICDS 1 in the next page. Last page number 250 onwards you will get. Okay. Shall I? ICDS introduction. ICDS 1 accounting policies, and the list also I given in the 251 page itself. These are that similar to accounting standards. But this ICDS, why we are required to maintain for income computation, not for maintenance of books. Books of accounts maintenance purpose, we have an accounting standards. Income computation purpose, we have to maintain. Similar to your accounting standards. So now we have to introduce our bonus are also into this class for given the introduction about accounting standards, or if Srinivas timetable also free, I want to introduce Srinivas. Then you know accounting standards, then differences I will tell you, right Nora? I will tell you everything. I will tell you everything ICDS. That's why we have an 180. Otherwise others will not tell you ICDS because they don't know. I also don't know anything about accounting standards. In intermediate, for getting 40 marks, I listen. And in final also, for getting 40 marks only, I listen that classes. Anyhow, I got. But if I haven't any doubt, I will discuss with others. And if I don't know anything, remember that point. I am not at all expert in accounting standards, but I will tell you the comparison and I will tell you income computation disclosure standards perfectly. How many hours I will discuss? Nearly 8 to 10 hours I will discuss this. Because in interview definitely they will ask these questions only. Because income computation disclosure standards are very important for the companies. Okay, now ICDS 10 anyhow we'll discuss. This is only the differentiation. They will not tell you the tax audit chapter. 5 hours. They will not tell you the trust chapter. Okay, they will not tell you leasing buying decision problems, FM problems, or so on so different problems they will not tell you. Next, they will not tell you business restructuring, they will tell you only capital gains. Next, these definitely they don't know. Okay, next, many important things, deductions they will tell you properly because intermediate syllabus. They can prove anything like that in the chapter. TDS, TCS, they don't know again. Because how to tell you that entire rates, I will tell you, I will challenge. If you given that 1 hour time, I will tell you these 2 chapters. Summary also. Definitely at the end of the class, if I am asking 5 questions, you will tell you correct answers for 3 questions. 5 out of 5, definitely you have to listen the class perfectly. These are the chapters why I am discussing only for MCQ purposes. TDS and TCS, chapter 6 year deductions. These are only chapters we have. Sir, how you can say only, sir? Only compared to CA. Compared to CA final only. This is an exclusive CMA final study material content, but we are classifying in a different manner. Understood? Yes, sir. Now, which chapter we are going to start first? I think all of you have an clarity how I am going in an order also. Can I start directly transfer pricing? In EVO batch, I will start directly, Ray. Why? They know everything. They accepted, we know something, sir, you can start anything. That's why they purchased EVO. I can go in any way. Sir, some of you can understood directly this chapter also, but I don't want to take any risk. So if you completed CMA Inter in the latest 1 year back, you can understood directly. I don't want to underestimate all of you. But many of our CMA students, they left course 6 or 7 years back. Now they are pursuing also. And after articleship, they forget everything. That's why I don't want to take risk. And changes also there in tax rates. First, we can start with the basic concepts. Shall we? Introduction, okay. Okay, if you doesn't understood even single point also, don't think about it. Somehow, okay, in this entire 1 hour or 1.5 hour class session, you slept very well and you remembered some topic names. That's enough for me now. Okay, just for our examination June 26, December 26, which act we have to learn 1961 or 2025? పెద్దగా మాట్లాడరండి. 1961. Okay, what is the previous year income earning year for our exam? 25, 26. Immediately next year is called as an assessment year. Done? Next, first of all we have to complete the 1 to 9 chapters. I don't want to change any order. Hereafter we can change the order also. If you are given the response in a proper manner, directly I will jump to the 1 to 9. After that directly I can go to the transfer pricing also. Now basic concepts. I given weightage also here. Then you can continue your sleep 2 to 4 marks. Now basic concepts, just I don't want to start anything, just I will tell you 4 or 5 points. 4 or 5 points, then we can conclude the session for today. Power to levy the taxes. Now I want to get, I have one doubt. Can I collect tax from you? You are in public, are students. Okay, can I collect tax from you? But I can collect fees from you. That is an course fees. But I want to collect tax from you. Can I collect? If I am collecting the tax, definitely next day I will be in any central jail only. That is called as a bribe, or unnecessarily I am charging some extra amounts up from all of you. Okay. So nothing but if anyone wants to collect the tax, they have some power. That power is given by the Constitution of India. So now, can you tell me who is collecting the tax in India now? Government. Who given the power to government? Constitution of India. Sir, again you are changing the track, sir. Do you want to learn everything in Constitution of India? No, just for MCQ purpose, certain extent now we can discuss and we can close the session. Nedraboku. Constitution of India. In act we have in section numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like. In Constitution of India we have an article numbers. Definitely you will not believe if I am saying anything orally. This is a Constitution of India. I think for explaining to that cmainter batch I would download it. I don't know whether it is the latest one or other. I don't know. Just I will open. I don't know Hindi. So that's why Constitution of India I highlighted this. Now preface. Super. Now they are given the list of abbreviation. Whenever they are given the abbreviations, what is that full thing? Now remember, part 1, part 2. That means, okay, entire Constitution of India points are classified into parts, but everything is given in which wise? Articles wise. But now for our discussion point of view, we have to refer how many articles? 2. How many articles? 2. One is 265, another one 246. First we are learning 265. Next 246. Don't change the order first. Changing the order, yes, content also you have to change, but only students are changing the numbers. First what? 265. Then after 246. First we can start 265. Simply, in India, if you want to collect the tax, you need to get a support from law. And now, central government is collecting the income tax from us, right? Which law is there for Income Tax Act 1961? Central government, state government collectively collecting the GST. Further, there is GST laws are there. Yes. Customs duty law is there not? Yes. That means 265 is saying that if you want to collect the tax, definitely you need to get a support from law. If there is law, definitely taxpayer also, tax collector also will follow the law. There is no issues. That's why they are saying there must be a law for collecting the tax in India. If there is no law, means they will collect everything from you. You will also easily escape from payment of tax. That's why they are saying, yes, equality basis, definitely we have to follow law. Sorry, sir. Now we can open the 265 article number. I think these are all our article numbers, right? Anna, these are articles only given as an heading. Okay, please open 265. Whether we have a matched thing or unmatched thing, we can discuss. Okay, yeah. Yeah. 265. No, sorry, taxes shall not be imposed save by authority of law. Indirectly, if you want to collect the tax, you need to get a support from law. If there is no law, you can't collect the tax. Next, this document available in Google, you can download Constitution of India PDF. You will get many links. You can download any one of the link. Okay, now next article, sir, they are saying law. Who can frame the laws in India? Or in our classroom, shall we frame any law? Shall we frame bylaws? Yes. Within our organization, whatever the rules we want to follow, we can formulate. That is only bylaws. Sir, how we can frame the bylaws? Simply, I will say some terms and conditions. The majority of peoples will accept for this. Definitely, the minorities also will follow that. Like that also in India, how we can frame the laws? Tell me that. Peoples only. Okay, in our class, bylaws is framed by the peoples, students. In India also, the people's consent is required. How we can take the people consents? My father doesn't know anything about which laws are framed by the governments also. So that's why people representatives will be there. In state level, MLAs, central level, MPs, they are representatives of the people. If they are given the consent, that law will be framed. State level, state legislature of assembly, MLAs. In central level, parliaments, member of parliaments. That means laws will be framed at a state level in assembly, central level in parliament. That is only, yes. Sir, who given the power to state government and central government with respect to laws? Article number 246 given. Now we can go with the 246. Subject matter of laws framed by the parliament as well as state legislature. Okay, every law, whatever now you are reading, already that laws are framed by the central government in parliament, maybe state government in legislature. Understood? How many articles we referred? 2. So no need of beheading anything. In simple language, remember, you can reproduce it. I can't say, sir, entirely whatever we discussed now we have to revise. No need of revision of these chapters, sir. But whenever we have problems, we have to practice. Then if you practice it, that automatically you can do in an exam in a proper way. But at the time of listening itself, you have to register these things in a mind. First, article number 265 is saying that definitely you need to get a support from law for collecting the tax. 246 is saying that who have an power to make the laws in India? Who are central government, state government. Understood? Now, next. Ma'am, article number 246. Within that article number 246, we have different schedules. Schedule 1, schedule 2, schedule 3, schedule 4. Like 7th schedule we have to open. Which article? 246. How many schedules are there? Many are there, but I want to open what are 7th schedule. They given how many lists are? 3 lists. List 1, list 2, list 3. Super. But other names for the list, union list, state list, concurrent list. If you open Constitution of India, article number 246, 7th schedule, how many lists are there? 3. In these 3 lists, union means nothing but central government, whatever the laws are already framed from the beginning. All the laws names will be there in this union list. If state government framed any law, that state government framing laws, Nirbhaya Act, central level, Disha Act, state level. In AP and Telangana governments is framed the Disha Act, I think 2 years, 3 years back. That is state related law or central state. Automatically that will be forming part. The name of the act they will give in this state list. Next, concurrent list. Combinedly, if any law is framed, state as well as central in this list. That means whatever the laws already framed are another bodra. That is the first class lo nirada chapna. No kadra, no matram kadra. Next, remember union list, state ekkada daaka vachano marchipoya. Union list, state list, concurrent list. Remember, if any central government framed a law, that all the laws, name of the laws is given in union list. State list, state government, if any law is framed, different state governments are there. Whatever the laws they frame, that is involving in this list. Concurrent list, both the laws, both the governments, if framed any law, that will be in this list. Now our discussion, Income Tax Act 1961 already framed. That is in which list? Union list. By central government at a parliament, this law framed. What is the name of the law? Income Tax Act 1961. What is that? Entry number 82. Before Income Tax Act 1961, how many laws are framed by the central government in parliament? 81 laws are already framed. Our entry number is nothing but 82. Before that, how many laws are framed by central government? 81. That Income Tax Act 1961 saying that you can collect the tax on income other than agricultural income. Agricultural income is exempt. But state government have an power to collect the tax on agricultural income. But till now, state government is also not collecting. Sir, if you are imagining, if you open the Constitution of India, 265 saying that law is required. 246 is given the power to frame. In that 7th schedule, please open. In the 7th schedule, 3 lists are there. We have to refer list 1. Entry number 82 is Income Tax Act 1961. You can go to that Constitution of India PDF also. In the same flow, you can get this entry number also. Can you tell me what is the tax on incomes other than agricultural income? But on agricultural income, who have an power to collect the tax? State government. Understood? So that's end for today. Yes, tomorrow we can start the many things in this only, but these entry numbers as well as yes, Constitution of India article numbers are very important for MCQs. Okay, at the time of GST introduction, Sivateja sir will talk the same discussion, but he will give entry number for GST. Okay, at the time of discussing customs duty by the Sivateja sir, he will tell you entry number for customs duty. Definitely entry number will be always in the article number 246, 7th schedule, list 1, list 2, list 3. Okay, thank you.